Welcome to another Ryan Sports Reviews. Tonight I am recapping the quarterfinals and predicting the semifinals of the 2020 Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League restart. Well, just the tournament, but the restart in Orlando. As you know, tournament restarted on Tuesday the 15th in Orlando. The other two quarterfinals were played on Wednesday. Tomorrow, the semifinals will be played. So here we go. We will go in chronological order. I will tell you how my predictions went for each tie because it goes by who I thought was going through, not who won the game. Let's just clear that up because you would have questioned it had I went on without covering that. So the first match, Olympia 0, Montreal Impact 1. Their last game is the Montreal Impact because they will be rebranding next season. Probably to FC Montreal or something like that, but who cares? Montreal does score one goal in the match, but it's not enough to go through. Olympia still goes through 2-2 on aggregate with away goals, so I did get that tie correct, but I didn't expect Montreal to win the match. Sejdic scored the goal, a good effort from long distance past Menjivar, but nothing much else. Yes, they pressed a lot of the match, but Olympia was good enough defensively to shut them down. It didn't look very in question. Olympia should have scored at least once, which would have put it away, but they didn't. They just wanted to play defensively. They did. Perfect masterclass by the Olympia team and Pedro Troglio, their manager, on the tactics. Montreal did get one, but it was from distance. Not great. Much else. They didn't have any good strikers or good forwards. Mason Toy didn't play great. Ramel Kyoto couldn't get a goal from the angle. He tried a couple of times, which that's his specialty, so I'm shocked he didn't. But hey, got the tie correct. Olympia still goes through to the semifinals. Montreal goes home. Thankfully, I might add, because, again, Toronto fan, look at the profile picture. The second match of the day on Tuesday, the second quarterfinal on the right side of the bracket. Tigres 4, NYCFC 0. Tigres advanced 5-0 on aggregate. I got that one correct. Game and the tie. Tigres were clinical. Their performance wasn't perfect. The defense for New York let them down. Let down Barraza. Tigres were clinical. 4 goals on 6 shots. New York did press. They were okay offensively. Yes, they do need a better DP forward. They need to get players back. They got rid of Alex Ring for some reason after that match. That's kind of stupid, I have to say. Sending him to Austin? I don't think Keaton Parks or Mackay Steven are that good, but sure, go ahead. Tigres were dominant. They were clinical, and that's how they got through. New York didn't really have a peep. Didn't really hear a peep out of them. Yes, they pressed, but their defense basically took away everything good that they could have done. So, honestly, with Tigres, they deservedly won. They were the better side, as I said. The defense held New York out to dry. Easy win. They go through 2-0 on my predictions. The third match, Atlanta United 1, Club America 0. But Club America advances 3-1 on aggregate. The goal was scored by Jackson Conway with a header in. Was a cool goal to see. The only time Guillermo Ochoa got beat in that match. But Atlanta had more of the possession. They got forward. They had a couple of chances. If they put away the chances they had, they could have came back. But in that case, America would have put on their better players that they had on the bench. They didn't put out their best 11. They were pretty much sure of going through. They thought, hey, we're probably going through. If we have to put on our best players to save this tie, they'll probably save it. Like a Bargwen and those guys. Yeah, Ochoa did his job. Atlanta scored one, but it didn't matter. Honestly, it was a boring match. Atlanta only scored 1 when they needed to score 3 to at least get the penalties, and they didn't. They had the chances, but they didn't do it. America did what they had to do defensively to get through, and that's the way they played that game. And by the way, the red card for Moreno, my God, why did he kick out? He could have just took the yellow card and the free kick, which there was a yellow card on an America player in that side, in that play. Why would you kick out at him? I know you're frustrated, but they need you to score. You are up 1-0 in the match, 3-1 on aggregate, and you kick out at somebody knowing that your team needs you to score 2 more goals in a short amount of time to at least just get to penalties. They weren't going to score 3. They could have scored 2. And you screwed them over. You're a fool. You're a fool. Why? Why? Getting that red card. And by the way, that red card's going to take effect in the next Champions League because Atlanta got handed a spot for being the reigning Open Cup champions for the 2021 Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League. So, you'll see him get punished for it. He may not run off. He's probably staying. If it was 2 years from now, he could have ran off by then, but it probably would have been to a Mexican team or something, and whatever. Point being, 3-0 on my predictions. In the 4th match of the quarterfinals, LAFC 2, Cruz Azul 1. LAFC did what they had to do to win. They got the penalty. They had that good goal by Opoku. 19-year-old Quadwo Opoku on the volley. Got the win there, and they're going on to the semifinals. It was a good match. I already reviewed it. Cruz Azul did what they normally do. Bottle. In the face of adversity, they turtled. That's all I could say. LAFC did what they had to do to win. They did. Cruz Azul was not as much of a challenge as most people who don't really know Mexican football understand. Everybody who knows Mexican football knows Cruz Azulieta. They turtle in the face of adversity, like Pumas, like LAFC. LAFC did what they had to do. They got through. So I'm 4-0 on my predictions so far. All 4 of the quarterfinal ties I got right. So let's move on to predicting the semifinals. First semifinal, Tigres UANL versus CD Olympia. The first semifinal on Saturday. 7 o'clock, yeah. So Tigres versus Olympia. For me, I think Tigres will have an easy win here. I think Tigres are going to win. Probably 3-1. Olympia's going to get an early goal, but that's going to wake up Tigres, and they're just going to dominate them after that early goal. Put 3 past, whether it's Gignac or Fernandez or Quinones. Somebody's going to score, and they're going to score 3 goals. I'm telling you, they're going to quickly score 3 goals and dominate Olympia. Maybe after Olympia get an early one. Who knows? I think Olympia will score. But it's going to wake up Tigres, and they're just going to dominate them for the rest of the match. Tigres wins 3-1. Easy as you like. Again. And they go to the Champions League final. That's what I have predicted for the semifinal on the right side of the bracket. Tigres are in the final after a 3-1 win over Olympia. And then finally, LAFC versus Club America, the left side semifinal. I have Club America going through, and here's why. Club America are a way stronger side than León or Cruz Azul are. Club America has some of the best players in Mexico. Ibargüen, Cordova, Leo Suarez. They're going to do what they have to do. I do not think LAFC are good enough to shut down Club America. Their defense still stinks, LAFC. Yes, they have the forwards. Yes, it could be a goal fest. But I'm saying a 4-2 win for Club America. 4-2 win for Club America. They go through to the final. Your final will be Tigres versus Club America on December 22nd. MLS teams have to wait another year. Good for me, because Toronto's probably going to do the job in 2021. But that's all I'm saying. Club America goes through because LAFC's defense is just too suspect. They're not strong enough to hold them down. Club America. LAFC is not strong enough to hold down Club America. They will win 4-2. It'll be a goal fest, but Club America wins. So those are my 2 predictions. Let's see if I go 2-0 for the semis and 6-0 for the restart. and go perfect into the finals. Let's see. I probably will. With that said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe, tell all your friends. Tomorrow, I have a live stream watch-along reaction to Tigres versus Olympia and an RSR review for LAFC versus Club America. I will be watching both matches. You will have both those pieces of content tomorrow. And we're almost done with the season of RSR2, Season 2. 3 more matches, 4 more pieces of content, actually 5 because 2 lives, 3 RSRs because of the review, whatever. Point being is, we're almost done. And then it'll be holidays, it'll be Christmas, and all that. So with that said, I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace!